Welcome to another episode of the Lekker podcast. This is episode 9. My name is Jaline and I'm coming to you from Central South Africa in Free State Province here in Bloemfontein. So this is a typical South African knitting and crochet podcast. If you have watched my episodes before and gave likes and commented, thank you so much. All those comments are truly appreciated. And if you're a new viewer, I hope that you will enjoy this journey. Alright, so there was a giveaway in the previous episode, which we will announce that I will announce that a bit later. And we also have a new giveaway. So let me quickly give you a sneak peek of those. So I'll be giving away this beautiful gift box from Crochet Classes Cape Town. So we'll be talking about that a little bit later. Sorry about the noises. And then look what will be up for grabs in this week's episode. So this is a zipper pouch bag from Knotty Habit. Isn't this just beautiful, the fabric? And a little something from Itsy Klein, which Itsy Klein normally works together with Knotty Habit. But we'll talk about this a little bit later. Alright, so we will be also featuring, I will be having a new slot in the podcast also for featuring young crocheters and knitters. So that will also be coming in this episode. If you know about anybody that is a young crocheter, a young knitter, and we can feature their products here or their projects, that will be just awesome. So I'll talk about our new piece in the podcast, but also having a great somebody that will be featuring in today's podcast. So I'm so excited about that. All right, let me talk about life a bit. I told you about Katie, our one female cat. She recovered fully from her operation, removing the kidney stones from her bladder, or kidney stone. It was rather a big one. So thank you so much to our vets here and also the specialist surgeon which assisted Katie, as well as the nurses that looked after her. That is really so appreciated. She had to just take an antibiotic after they did a urine growth test. She's still on the antibiotics, so we're almost done with that. And she absolutely hates the pills, but I don't care. I'm giving her big kisses on her forehead when we are administering those pills. And then I was also a little bit sick the past week. I didn't feel really well. Yes, sinusitis can really make you feel really bad. I started getting sick already. I think on Monday, Tuesday I started really feeling not well. Wednesday I was not well at all. And then the doctor booked me off. And sleep and rest does wonders, obviously together with the medication that the doctor gave me, cortisone. This ear is still a bit not fully opened, but I'm already feeling much better. Today is the first day that I didn't really stay a lot in bed. I really rested, which was needed for my body. So I slept a lot and I rested. And when I didn't do that, I was eating, which I love to eat, and then also knitting in between a bit. So that was quite nice and good for the soul. But the rest and the sleep did wonders. But otherwise, in all other areas, life is good. It's getting hot here. You'll see I don't have any knitwear or crochet items on today. I am getting really hot. I just cleaned, me and my husband cleaned the house, so I'm feeling a bit hot. Alright, but with that being said, I'm sitting with a cup of coffee because I am a coffee lover. So let me show you my mug. I think I've shown this mug previously. This was made from a special friend of mine when I was still staying in Cape Town. Leave a little spark wherever you go, it says. She did this engraving on the glass. I have two of these type of cups. I absolutely love it. So Anel is also the same lady, same friend, that if you've watched my previous episodes, gave me the beautiful project bags. Let me quickly show you one. It's really not going to feature today. This is the sweater that I'm busy with, and she also made me this, so she is so talented. She's very arty and crafty, and she's amazing. She can really do anything. I must just let us knit and crochet also, but I don't think that is her main thing. She's brilliant with needlework and sewing, so yeah, so that is the same person. Anyway, so let's start with the projects. All right, so I don't have any finished objects, but I do have a half finished object. This is my morning coffee socks from the Crazy Sock Lady. I finished this the last time you saw me. So this is cuff down socks, right? It's the first time I'm doing any patterned socks, so I'm really feeling really impressed with myself, not being having only a vanilla sock. And this is also my first pair of mohair base socks. So this is my first sock, and the last time we spoke so it's a cuff down sock, so I was just past the gusset decreases over here. This stitch marker is from Itsy Klein. I'm a big supporter. I love her work. And you will see I'm keeping the stitch markers, the bulb stitch markers on here, because that gives me assistance when I'm knitting my second sock and knowing up until where I need to knit so that it's the same size, right? Because I've measured this, it's fitting perfectly. So then I know how many rows I need. So I place a stitch marker every 10 rows, like Crazy Sock Lady does. And so then for my second sock, I'm just knitting and I'm not measuring at all. I'm just let this be my guide. Right, so I absolutely love this. I can't wait to wear this in the winter time. And what I also love about this ribbing is this is not typical knit one, pull one. You knit through the back loop of the stitch, which I think creates the most beautiful ribbing. It's really pretty. So this is a 6 pattern repeat, so easy to get to know that and just work from memory, not difficult at all. So even though you need to concentrate a bit, it's not really that bad. It does take me a little bit slower, but I just love the effect of this pattern. It's really pretty. Right, so this is my first half finished object, and then, well, the only one actually. The stitch markers, the bulb stitch markers, these I got from Knotty Habit, and here Katie is also that's the sock blocker is also from Knotty Habit. All the details will be in the description below of this video in terms of my project pages for my projects, as well as where I buy these type of things, the yarn as well as the accessories, etc, etc. All right, so yes, Katie, say hi to the people. So I'm feeling okay, right? Yeah, I'm feeling better, people. She was not feeling good a few weeks ago, so we are so happy that she's okay. All right, so I am busy with the sock. Still, let me show you the yarn label. The sock base I'm working with is from Estreza Yarn Creations. This is the Halo base. They do not feature that anymore on their store, but they have a similar base. I think, if memory serves me right, it's called Donna. The percentage in terms of mohair and merino differs a bit, like 5 or 10%. But this is a 20% kit mohair, 30% nylon base, and then 50% superwash wool. This is a 4-ply yarn, so for 100 grams you get 390 meters. And this is just lovely. Estreza gifted this to me so generously. I really appreciated that. Let me just show you the Knotty Habit stitch markers. It doesn't want to. It doesn't want to. Oh, and then the project bag. I'm keeping this in a project bag from Estereza Yarn Creations as well. You can get this also from the shop. And isn't this just pretty? Right? I love this bag. Anyway, so I have started the second sock. I am almost, I think it's like, I think I have 4 or 5 rows left, if it is even so much, before I start with the heel flap. All right, so there you can see the work, and there you can see another beautiful stitch marker from Itsy Klein. I want to show it because it's so pretty. Right, and I'm using the magic loop method, and I have to say that I just spoke to Yarny friends in the week, and there was a lady in one of the Zoom get-togethers, Marina, you inspired me. I need to get a 9-inch circular. I need to also be able to do that technique of knitting. So I'm going to soon be shopping around for 9-inch circulars. I don't know if I want to get a Adi sock wunder. I don't know if that is the way you say it. Or chai goose. So if you have any idea or you know, like maybe advice, please tell me below in the comments. So that is what I want to do. I really want to do and try a 9-inch circular sock also. But I'm loving the magic loop method. I've learned with this method. So yeah, it's serving me very well. So love the sock. I just love the yarn. The color of this yarn for me is just magnificent. Really, I absolutely love it. I don't know if you can see it properly. But yeah, the purple, greyish, pinkish, bluish colors is really beautiful. I love this sock. I think it's going to be a great wear. Alright, so this is my first whip. My second whip, I am keeping this in a, you know this bags by now. I love this float tote. This float tote pattern is from Knitty Natty. You can get it on Ravelry. So like this is one of my project bags. This is the 3 float tote bag. 3 skein float tote bag. Alright, so the project bag for this is also on my Ravelry project bags. And I am making the Windsurfer shawl from Johanna Lindahl. And it's the first time I'm remembering her name. And I don't have to check, so I'm feeling proud of myself. Anyway, I love this project. You know that my favorite crochet stitch is the moss or the linen stitch, right? So this is the basic of this pattern is all moss stitch, and the idea is to use then 2 like Skipier's wools or something like that, something similar like that. So I'm using this Kismet yarns. It's here in South Africa. I'm using the rainbow cupcakes from them, which I absolutely love. I'm using a 3mm hook as per Joanna's pattern. She's also known as Mijo Crochet on Instagram. So this is, you start the pattern in the corner, then you progress. Every row is going to get longer and longer and longer. So doing the start is easy, it's quick, and then the rows get longer and longer, so you crochet longer on a row up until here. I absolutely love the color. So now I'm getting to purple, blue and green, dark green colors, so it's more like colder colors. So I'm so excited how it's going to play around. So you mix these two wools together, and she has a lovely technique in her pattern which shows you how to not snip the yarns, which is wonderful, because don't we all just hate working away ends? I think there's some people that might like that and love to do that, but I just don't. I do because you have to have a neat project, right? But if you don't have to, if you can crochet over it, that will be great, which I normally do. But sometimes with some projects, you just have to work away things. Anyway, so I love this. This is a free pattern on her website. And while I'm maybe saying this, I want to also maybe address one thing which I feel strongly about patterns. For us, we have to really appreciate the designers and give the praise and what's needed to them for all the work that they've done. For me as a designer, I feel that even more so, but I've always felt this way, even before designing. So buy the pattern. Please don't share the patterns with your friends or your family, and because that is money that was due to a designer that worked really hard designing these patterns. There's a lot of labor of love that goes into this, a lot of design work, a lot of testing work, a lot of ripping out, a lot of trying other things, and up until a project or a design is great, right? Then it's the testing, getting those inputs, and then the finalized project or the pattern. But sometimes people feel that having a free pattern, it gives you the go ahead to, while you've, say for instance, you've downloaded the file from the website, from a person's web a blog post, or from their website, right? It gives you now the authority to just share that willy-nilly with everybody. Please don't do that, because even getting traffic through some of these web pages, blog posts, create traffic for the designer, and that is one way in which they are then, able to get some income. So I want to encourage you to please, when you are having a free pattern, like for instance in this case, it's a free pattern, do not download the pattern and then send it to everybody. Send the link of where they can download the pattern to everybody, right? Because then the designers still get the acknowledgement, and probably also, some income, whether it's from ads on the website or whichever the case might be. Right, so I thought I just wanted to say that, because some people think that when you have a free pattern, you can just share it. And I don't think that is the right way to go about, because those people also needs to be acknowledged. All right, so that was just my feeling of the day of please support the designers in that way. All right, so anyway, this is then the Windsurfer shawl. I love this project. This is the project that I go to when I'm sitting in a Zoom meeting, crocheting with friends. Mostly, that's the only time I'm doing Zoom meetings, is when I have sessions with people that crochet and knit. And then this is my piece that I work on, because I don't have to think. It's just mindless crocheting, and this is just wonderful. So the last time we spoke, I was here, where this, another itsy klein, now it doesn't want to work. Another itsy klein stitch marker is, so it's my progress marker. And I love this project. I can thoroughly advise you to do this project. It's such a great project to do. And Pepper is also here. She also wants to join the party. Then my sweater, my tin can knits, I showed you the project back briefly in the beginning. I have not touched my flax sweater because I've been busy with the Shawlography, and we are having summer here, so this is not really a needed item currently. So the flax is resting a bit up until I'm done with Shawlography, and then I'll go full force knitting the sweater again. But still love that pattern. So I don't have any progress on it, so it will be absolutely unnecessary to be able to show you that. All right, then My second, where do you want to go? Where do you want to go? No, you can't go on that table. Go downstairs then. Go. There you go. All right. So the other project I'm busy with is another float tote of Knotty Natty. And now she wants to sit on all the things. Let me just quickly put this away. Katie? Move. I'm going to put that back there now because otherwise she's going to sit on it. Alright, so this is another float tote bag of Knotty Natty. This is the 5 skein. And it's not completed. I still need to do 4 small buckets for this. But I am resting my hand, you know, as per the last episode, that I hurted my hand. It's going really well with my hand, so there's no problems there. It really healed properly. I'm keeping this marker. Can you guess who's this from? Yes, it's Klein. It has a blade in the middle, so I'm using this as my yarn cutter. I don't know if you can see the cutter there in the middle. Yeah, so this is my other project, which is not finished. And it houses my Shawlography. Now, I have so many things to tell you about my Shawlography. So many things. So before I show you, for those, the last clue was dropped this past Friday, which was now today is the 30th. So yesterday it was the 29th, yes, of October. And the last clue was dropped. So if you don't want to see anything, then just look away. I hear people are getting very upset when people are showing things and they don't warn them. So I am using Cowgirl Blues merino twist yarns. She is a South African indie dyer, Bridget. This is a sock weight yarn, superwash 100% wool. So this was bought as a kit, right? Signs of Springs was this kit's name. So it has this celadon color. I don't know if I'm saying this correctly. Right, it's like a light blue. Then my favorite is the hot pink. I love this color. Then the rainforest. I love all these colors, honestly. Rainforest. It's like a dark green. It doesn't show up so pretty on the screen there. Then olive. It's darker than on the screen. And then the multicolored speckled yarn, which is Signs of Spring. And I really love how these colors are working together. So Shawlography is a pattern from Stephen West. He is just a mastermind, master artist. I am really blown away by the way that he is designing these patterns, and then he's a brilliant teacher as well. The tutorials on YouTube, which you can watch, it's not closed or anything like that, is just magnificent. And so this was a mystery knit along, so you don't have any clue of how the pattern is going to look like. So you just have to trust the process. And I absolutely love working on this shawl for numerous reasons. Firstly, I am learning so many new techniques, which, remember, I'm a new baby knitter. So I've learned so much. So I felt like I had such a steep learning curve and growth as a knitter. And then just how this is an addictive thing to do, really, it is. And what I also love about the way that Stephen West is going about is that he is really supporting you by saying, embrace your pace, you know. Which I did. I am not on clue 4 yet. I'm still busy with clue 3. And he's saying things like, when there's too many stitches or too little stitches, you just fudge it. You create a stitch somewhere, you decrease somewhere. It really is such a great way of supporting people who is knitting really a intricate, for me it's difficult. I will not say it's difficult, but it was a challenge. So that is really supporting because you don't feel the pressure like I need to rip out everything and start afresh. Sometimes I'm doing things and I'm like a little bit of I want my stuff to be perfect, like a perfectionist, and I don't feel like this. So for me, this is a really freeing exercise of letting go of some mistakes. And I don't even think I'm going to show you some of my mistakes because you will probably not even see it, and that is okay. All right, so I'm using yarn from Cowgirl Blues. The first section was wonderful. I finished it not in time. I didn't do any clues in time, and that didn't matter to me at all. So let me show you the first clue. So the first clue was, I must now think, this pink section 1 here. Then it was these wedges, right? Which when you pull it out, you can see the different colors in there. So this is my color A. Then I use the Signs of Spring as my color B. Then the last time we spoke, I was busy with this. I was done with that. And then 1, 2, 3 wedges. So I was here by my marker here. So this is one of my stitch markers. The Lekker podcast. So then I continued with the wedges. Then you do this V-stitch dropped V-stitch rows, which is beautiful. I don't know if you can see that. Then you have the I-cord loops. Some people call it shrimps. Other people call it sausages. Then you have these dropped stitch. I can't remember what the section was called, but I love this section as well. This pink and blue. So the hot pink and the celadon. And then you had to knit, pull, back and forth for this waltz section. You can see it's like bumpy. So you had like a piece of rows like this, and then you had to drop down, drop a stitch, and when I had to do that, my heart was stop to beat, because I thought I'm going to lose all the work. I've never done that, so it was a nerve-wracking experience to me. But when I saw that, okay, no, it's fine, I'm getting this right and this is looking great, then I started loving that process. So that was a learning curve. Probably halfway through that section, it was freaking me out, dropping stitches. Anyway, then it is this triangles. Hi. Section. Okay, so by the end of the loops was clue 1. Then clues 2 started. And for clue 2 was a lot of knitting. A lot of knitting. I don't know how people manage to finish clue 2 within that time frame, within a week. I don't know if they don't work and they don't have houses to look after, or are they just magicians knitters? I don't know how they do it, honestly. And so that section is then these triangles, the bobbles, and then you make this wedges, a wedge on the one side and then a wedge on the other side. Then for week 3, okay, so when I started clue 2, maybe I just need to mention that also. When I started clue 2, I could realize I had worked with bamboo circulars, 100 centimeter circular cable, which I loved the bamboo because my stitches didn't drop off or slide off the needle, which was great for me as a newbie. But then I had to change my needle because I didn't had another cable for 120 centimeters. So I had to buy a cable 120 centimeters and Knit Pro Symphonies from my local yarn store here in Bloemfontein. It's Yarn Stash Collection. Wonderful store. If you come to visit Bloemfontein, that is the store you have to go to. So I bought these needles then. Then what else did I want to tell you? Yeah. Oh, okay, yes. The welts, I talked to you about that. And then for section 3, clue 3, you have options. You have options to do brioche knitting or an eyelet mesh knitting. So obviously, knowing myself, I'm going with brioche knitting. Brioche? So that's what I did. Honestly, I was so worried that I will not be able to do it. I was really scared. I thought, okay, let me see if I can do this. Like, this was like a big challenge ahead of me. So you have 2 rows like that is like a foundation row before you start. Not really a foundation row, but yeah, preparing for the brioche. And then I realized when I counted my stitches, I had 2 little stitches, and I thought, oh my word, this is going to make such a big difference, because I didn't know how it's going to affect this whole brioche thingy, knitting story. And I'm watching the tutorial of Stephen West, and he's like, no, you just fudge it. You decrease, you increase. And I'm like, yes, yes, I'm so happy to hear this. And I'm like, yippee. So I started. And I have to say, he, again, great tutorial, great teacher, so patient. And I started. And I absolutely love it. This is the back and this is the front. So I am almost done. I'm 3 rows that I still need to go before I'm done with this section. And then I'm going to do the second section, which is the last clue of, or the last section of clue 3. And then I'm going to proceed with clue 4 when I'm done with this. So I am absolutely loving. Let me see if I can pull this out nicely. The shawl. It is really a joy, and I love how these colors are getting together. It's just magnificent. Right? Yeah, so I think it's going to be beautiful. So I'm really proud of myself. I'm really proud that I'm taking up a challenge and I'm doing it and I'm loving it. I'm really loving it. And I am going to do the mystery cowl next year again. Definitely. I am so in. So next year you will see me work on this yet again. Alright, so that is all the current works in progress I have. Alright, so let's talk about new acquisitions. And Katie is still here. Can you she's on my lap. You can't see her today on my lap. Anyway. Alright, so one of the things that I'm looking to the side because my notes is on here. And it's imperative because otherwise I forget things to tell you. And then when I'm editing with my husband assists me. Then I'm like, oh my word, I didn't say this. I wanted to still say this. So I have notes. And I'm still not great. Some of them, my memory is not wonderful. And now she's getting a lot of love. Okay, get off please, because I need to get my box, my new acquisition. Alright, so I am part of the Knotty Habit Yarn Club, Sock Club. And I got the Q3 box, and I love this box. So this was in my mailbox just after I recorded the other podcast. So I had to wait such a long time to be able to open. No, I opened this, but I haven't touched anything in here. And if you know what's in here, you would know the self-discipline it took to not take anything from this box. Alright, so I chose for, when you're doing the boxes, you can choose your colorways. Each year there's like a colorway. I will have the shop downstairs in the description below. So I chose Namakwaland. Namakwaland is a region in our country where normally in springtime there's a lot of flowers, blooming of flowers. It is close to the west coast here in South Africa. It is absolutely magnificent. It's a great tourist attraction. So this is where it's stemming from. So when you open up the box, you can see Mrs. Knotty gave me a note again, a thank you note. She always write the most beautiful notes. And then when you open it up, Katie is sniffing around on the table at the back. Let me, before I get to the yarn, show you all the things. Let me show you the box like this. Alright, so let me show you what's in the box. So, firstly, you get a cookie or a rusk or a nice thingy to have from Blue Spoons. This is called klapperijs. So it's something sweet made with coconut. I don't know if other countries have this as well. And then it's layered, the white coconut and the pink coconut on top of it. And it's called klapperijs here in Afrikaans. So I couldn't wait to open this thingy. So I'm opening it now because I'm going to have a piece with my coffee for sure. Because I waited up until I could record to have this piece. So now I'm having a bite for sure. So yummy. Sure, this is nice. Such a nice treat. And I'm having a sip of my coffee. It's almost cold. Anyway. Then, Mrs. Knotty also gifted handmade soap. I don't know if you can see. She also, with every box, you get different type of what do you call this? Like a, I can't get to the word of this now, but this is so pretty. You can see Namaqualand, the flowers there. Then she always, with these boxes, you're supposed to also get a magazine, but it's a whole different story about printing and all of that. It's giving problems. So Mrs. Knotty is giving us discount codes, and I'm not going to give you my discount code because I still need to use the discount code. And then it's a kleine part of this box also, always. And just look at this. So this is a holder where you can keep your stitch markers. You will see there's holes at the bottom here, so you can clip on your stitch markers on here. And then on this side you can put your closed ring stitch markers also, so everything is together. Isn't this just brilliant? And look at that color, that greenish with a pink overlay or the purple overlay. No, she's just magnificent. And then what it's all about. Look at this yarn. Look at this yarn. So we've got this yellow, this purple, and then this colored yarn. Oh, this is nice. I normally take the sock klap because you know I want to knit socks so that I have socks for next winter. So this is the sock klap, the Namaqualand colorway. It is a fingering 3-ply superwash, 75% merino and 25% nylon base. There is 250 grams. And then there is a 25 gram, which is the purple one. So the idea is to do stripy socks, I think. And then do heel toes and cuffs with the purple. I think it's going to be so beautiful, right? It's going to really look like a Namakwa flower. The Namaqualand flower areas. It's going to be region. It's going to be really pretty. So I love this. This is just so pretty. Right, so that is the first thingy I have. Then Mariana from Sweet Crochet Dreams, we had a discussion about my injury on my hand due to my crocheting, which if you are going to quote me on that, I will absolutely deny that it was the crocheting that gave me problems. But anyhow, so we had this discussion about crochet hooks and ergonomic hooks, and you know, those old steel ones that our omas used to use, like our grannies. And I am using Knit Pro Waves as my crochet hook, and I've always wanted to test out a clover hook and a tulip hook. So then I decided I am going to order those two hooks, and I'm going to compare those in the future, which will be, I will be talking about that in a podcast actually. So I ordered two hooks from the Yarn Tree, and look at this beautiful packaging, right? She sent me a note. I'm not an optimist, but a great believer in hope. And that is so true. I really believe in this. I believe to be hopeful, you know. So I love this card. And then at the back she says, thank you so much for your order. Enjoy your hooks. So this is always so lovely to me when... Where's my hooks? I forgot I took them out of the packages. When, you know, when we buy something online and somebody say, thank you, personalized, that is just such a special touch. So I bought two 4mm hooks, which I'll be testing out. I'll be taking them for a test drive soon. So the hook is not on there. Let me just get the hook. So here you can see the hook. Right, it's a 4mm hook. It's clover armor. When I'm looking at this hook already, I can see my Knit Pro has flat edges, which this one has like a bump. And I'm very interested to see the way that I'm crocheting. I am a pencil grip crocheter. So you get either knife grip crocheters or a pencil grip crocheter. I'm a pencil grip crocheter, and I'm interested to see which type of crochet hook will be better for me, or will be, yeah, it will be really interesting to see, or if it is even better than a Knit Pro Waves, which is much cheaper. These are quite expensive hooks to be working with. Then I also bought a red Etimo 4mm hook, and I have to say it's so soft. I am really loving the feel of this crochet hook. So yeah, so I'll be giving you feedback in one of the upcoming episodes in terms of how this is crocheting and how it's feeling when I'm crocheting. So this was the second thingy that I obtained, and then I got a gift. I quickly had a quick meet up with Edith. I spoke about Edith previously in one of the other podcasts. She had to come and visit her sister again here in Bloemfontein, all the way from Joburg, Pretoria, I think. And she brought me gifts. I am so grateful. So I want to show you what she brought me. So we saw each other briefly this morning. It was lovely to spend a little bit of time with her. And she gave me this. This is so special. So it's this small notions pouch, which is Proteas. Here in South Africa, that is our national flower. So this is really a special, beautiful flower here in South Africa, which is grown in our national flower. Then she gifted me this sheep keyring. So pretty. And I was actually in communication with her. She was actually only supposed to bring me bulb stitch markers, more bulbs, because she knew I love this. And she said, I can bring you bulb stitch markers when I'm coming to visit again. And then she brought me this. It's part of my gift. So now I am so sorted with stitch markers. These bulb stitch markers are the best. All right. Then she gifted me this beautiful pin that she made, homemade just for you, it says, right? And just look at this pin. with clay. Isn't this pretty? I'm going to put it on one of my project bags. She made this herself. So this is super special, right? When somebody makes you something, isn't that just amazing? Oh, thank you so much, Edith. And then she brought me some yarn. So she brought me 3 balls of this. This is Katia Candy for Baby. This is a cotton, but it's like it's almost fingering weight actually. I'm not sure about the weight of the yarn, but just look at this beautiful color. It has like soft pinks and peaches and purples. It's really beautiful. So this is a cotton yarn, 50 grams. For 50 grams you get 180 meters, and it's beautiful. I think I'm gonna probably do a shawl pattern with this. Yeah, so she gifted me this. This is so kind, such a great gift, a big gift, which is so appreciated. All right, so let's talk about my new feature in the podcast, featuring young knitters or crocheters. So I'm so excited. I want to show you the work of Emily. Emily is currently 15 years old. She just turned 15. She started crocheting 2 years ago when she was 12 years old. She was at her aftercare, after school, and one of the aunties there, Auntie Joey, crocheted, and Emily was interested in the crocheting. So Auntie Joey showed her some few basic stitches, and from there Emily decided that she's going to make a granny square blanket for her grandmother, which is just amazing. So while I'm talking here, I'll be showing you some pics of Emily's work. And then during lockdown last year, she really took the time, as that was the benefit of lockdown, to be able to teach more techniques with the help of YouTube. So she was looking at YouTube videos to be able to show her how to make certain bags or bikini sets even. So I'm going to show you the photos here. I think Emily is just an extraordinary talent. She's got a natural talent crocheting. I'm in awe. I'm really in awe of her work. I know I've already shown her work to some of my friends, and all of us are on the same page. She's a natural crocheter. She's brilliant. Her stitches are defined. The tension is brilliant in her work. So yeah, congratulations, Emily. I hope that you will continue with, having this passion of yarn and designs and crocheting projects that you absolutely love, and breaking the norms of it's just old people that is crocheting or knitting. So yeah, so if you know about anyone that is a young crocheter or knitter, you are more than welcome to contact me. My email is, I'll be showing my email here, and then I can also maybe share your work or somebody that you know's work. That will be awesome. So keep on crocheting, Emily. We are so proud of you. All right, so let me do the giveaway. All right. So Crochet Classes Cape Town sponsored the giveaway for episode 8. This is, oh my goodness, Lynn told me the amount of yarn minis that's in here, and I totally forgot. But it is a lot. It's really a lot. Plus you get a Knit Pro 3.5 millimeter hook, and it's all from Venice. Venice is a South African yarn company. Venice Colors. This is their Nicum yarn. Nicum yarn is the cotton yarn from them. 100% cotton DK weight yarn. This is all 10 gram minis. There's quite a lot of yarn minis in here. I wanted to tell you that Crochet Classes Cape Town is currently in process of rebranding. If you followed Lynn, you would know that she started designing interlock crochet, filet crochet. She is brilliant at what she does. She's got a new pattern out, Kings of Kruger. It is beautiful. That is really a masterpiece. And so she's rebranding her company currently from Crochet Classes Cape Town to Interlocking Crochet Cape Town. There will be a new website, but when you use still the old website, Cape Town Crochet Classes, it will redirect you to the new webpage. That webpage will only be probably alive, the new webpage. The old page is still alive, still there, but the new page will probably be only available at mid-November. So you can find her already on social media as Interlocking Cape Town, Crochet Cape Town. And then she asked that I must tell you, she is currently running a 30% sale on Ravelry on all her patterns. So please go and have a look. It's running up until the 1st of November. So you still have chance this weekend to go and make use of that amazing deal. She's having the best placemats and pot holder patterns. All right, so the lucky winner of the podcast, of this gift box, I was just prior to recording this verifying with Lynn from Crochet Classes Cape Town, or now rather Interlocking Crochet Cape Town, with a name, because you had to leave the type of method that Lynn is using in her designs, which is Interlocking Filet Crochet, and then you also had to follow her page on Facebook. So I had to verify the names with her, and then you had to obviously also answer the question correctly, right? So AJ Timberlake, thank you so much for your comment, your beautiful comment that you love my podcast and having the answer correct, and you're also part of her group, so we verified that. You are the lucky winner of this box, so congratulations. Please send me a message on my email, which I'll display on the screen here as well. So congratulations, AJ, you're gonna enjoy this box. All right, and then the new giveaway. This is a giveaway from Knotty Habit, also an indie dyer here in South Africa. She also has, you know by now, the bulb stitch markers on there, sock ruler, sock blockers. Did I say sock ruler previously? I mean sock blockers if I did. Then she also have these pouches and project bags on her website. Brilliant. There's great accessories on her website. So one of the things she has is this zipper bag, right? I didn't measure now the bag in terms of how big it is, but it's really quite big. It's boxed at the bottom so it can stand on its own, right? It has this leather thingy, Knotty Habit. It's the most beautiful bag. It really represents Africa so well. And then it is coming with a zipper pull from Itsy Klein. It's so pretty. You can see there's like a birdie and a flower. It's pretty. Right, so you get this zipper pull as well, which is beautiful. So how can you enter? You can enter by leaving a comment. I want you to tell me, have a look on Knotty Habit's website and tell me which color of her yarns are your favorite color. There's a few that's my favorite color. I'm not going to name them now because you must go and check it out. So tell me below, what is your favorite color from her colorways on her website? And yeah, leave a comment and tell me what is your favorite color from her yarns. She's got beautiful yarns. And Mrs. Knotty, thank you so much for the giveaway to the podcast. It's truly appreciated, as well as Lynn. Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate it. And then I also want to tell you this giveaway will only be held in South Africa because courier services is quite expensive when we have to do internationally. So this will be only a giveaway in South Africa. The due date will be on the 19th of November. Excuse me, and I will announce the winner in the next episode. All right, so I hope you're one of the winners. And then I want to also tell you that you would probably, when you see this, it will be too late, but the cutoff date for the sock boxes for quarter 4, I think, is the 30th of October, which is today. So those sock boxes will go out for Knotty Habits, I think, in the last November, which is coming up. But the sock club for 2022 from Knotty Habit is already in the works. I've got details, people. So from the 1st of November, there will be information on Knotty Habits Instagram. Probably, I don't know, I'm not sure if they have Facebook, but they probably have. So keep your eye out on that. There will be sneak peeks, and we would probably stand a chance to win a box from the posts on Instagram. And then the reveal will be on the 9th of November, and the new sock box for 2022 will be revealed in terms of what can be expected, colorways, and then you can apply and, you know, buy your sock boxes, so, or your yarn boxes, if that is what you are, or both, if you want to do that. So keep an eye out for that. So thank you so much, Mrs. Knotty, for this giveaway. It's so appreciated, and I hope that one of you will get to enjoy this gift. All right, so I think that is all the things that I wanted to talk to you about. This is a little bit longer than usual, I think, but I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, I want to ask you please to give a like, and if you've not been subscribed to this channel before and you love what you're seeing, please consider subscribing. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you will have a blessed time up until we see each other again, and I hope that you will enjoy your crafting, your crocheting and your knitting. So go well. Bye.